I'm Steve Wright, General Secretary of the Fire Brigades Union, representing the majority of firefighters that work in the UK Fire and Rescue Service, and pleased to welcome Lucy Powell MP to our new head office.
It's wonderful. Yeah, thank you for having me.
Well, thanks for coming. And look, we've just finished an NEC Executive Council business meeting, and recently the Executive Council have endorsed you and nominated you to be the Deputy Leader of the Labour Party. Have you got a message for our members?
Well, thank you so much for the support. It means a huge amount to me. I've worked with many of your members in Manchester and across Greater Manchester over recent years, and I know what an amazing job you do and how much pressure your members have been under. And it means a great deal to me that the FBU has nominated me in this contest for Deputy Leader, which I'm sure we'll come on to talk about.
Yeah, of course. Well, at the Executive Council, they put 5 questions to you and Bridget, and your responses were welcomed by them, what you said in those responses, and maybe you'll cover a bit of that. But look, I think for the fire service and our members, it's about making sure that we hold Labour to account.
Absolutely.
We're affiliated to the Labour Party, and we want to see a bit of action from them, and I think that's exactly what the Executive Council saw in you. So I don't know if you've got any points you want to...
Yeah, well, look, I know, I'm sure that like a lot of Labour Party members and members of the public, I'm sure some of your members are a bit sort of fed up and maybe feeling disconnected from the Labour government. And I want to help to put that right, because I think it's really important that the Labour government now makes a lot clearer like whose side it's on and what the purpose of this Labour government is, and perhaps it's, you know, shows its Labour values a bit more strongly through what we're doing. And as the Deputy Leader, that's something I want to really help get right. But I also want to make sure that all the voices from across the movement, especially like FBU members and other affiliate members, that their voices, their concerns, you know, what you pick up in the workplace, out there delivering, out there firefighting and doing all the work you do, that's being fed back to the top of the party and to the Labour government. And that's a role I think I can really perform as the Deputy Leader, because if that means sometimes I've got to have the difficult conversations, I will have them. Rest assured about that. I'm not going to be out there causing trouble all the time, but where I need to speak truth to power, I will do that. And I think that's something that a lot of Labour Party supporters are really welcoming about what I'm saying.
No, look, well, I think that resonates with us and the considerations we had. And I think it's sometimes it's about being heard, isn't it? And we are affiliated. We had the debate at conference this year around affiliation or disaffiliation and what direction we wanted our union to go in. And I was thankful that the conference backed me in that position, that we remain in the Labour Party. But we want to see more, as I say. And the firefighters have faced 14 years of Tory austerity where we weren't listened to. We struggled to get meetings with any minister about the issues that we face on the front line out in our communities. And I think Andy Burnham's done a good job in Manchester, and we got good dialogue there, and we need that broadly across every fire and rescue service. And I think you could hopefully do that for us, give us that voice within the Labour Party.
No, definitely, and thank you for staying affiliated to the Labour Party, and I hope we can strengthen that relationship in coming months and coming years, so that your voice is heard in the Labour Party, but also you've got a Labour Party and government that is delivering for your members, because you know we have to do that. And I think we've got a real opportunity now with the Labour Party in government, but also with so many mayors and police and crime commissioners right across the country to look at what Andy's done and look at what the best of where we're operating around the country, and make sure that we've got the fire service that's got the valued and respected staff working in it that we need, because we do face many new threats that we need the fire service strong and in good health, and with people motivated, happy, respected and valued in work in the fire service.
Well, that is good to hear, and I think you recognise the emerging risks that we face in the fire service on the front line of the climate emergency, wildfires, and I know you were at conference, you may not have seen the speech I gave, but I talked about 17 different fire and rescue services being deployed into Dorset to put a fire out, and actually said that firefighters have been travelling further on the back of a fire engine to put out fires, and they travel on their summer holidays. It's become absurd, actually, how sparse the resources are to attend the incidents that we attend. So that conference resolution that did get passed at conference unanimously was around the recruitment of 5,000 firefighters immediately, and I think that's an estimation actually, when we've lost 12,000 under the Tory government since 2010. So is there a commitment that you will drive for that? Because I think our members see that their safety has been compromised by the years and years of cuts that we've faced.
No, I'll definitely support you in that drive, because as you say, the threats are growing, the challenges are growing. Wildfires, we've had those in my region as well, across the moors. We've also got increased terror threats, and just again in Manchester, just recently, the fire service, were absolutely there when it came to the synagogue attack, and we've got those rising terror threats. We've also got all the building safety issue, and more people living in high-rise buildings. We need an expanded, well-resourced fire service that can meet all of these new challenges that are coming around the corner, that are here today, and I'm really pleased to work with you on that.
Okay, that's great. And on the incident in Manchester, that our thoughts are with all those involved. But what I will say, in Manchester there is an agreement which was agreed upon nationally, and it's in place in London, it's in place in Manchester, where every firefighter is trained, equipped to respond to those incidents. Unfortunately, we haven't got it UK-wide, and that we know, and you know, that these incidents take place and happen, unfortunately, across the UK. So that is something that we are pushing with our national employers, and we have collective bargaining around that, and that we feel that we could really help the communities on the front line of the terror issues that we face. So
I'm keen to work with you on how we can take that, make sure that is nationwide, because we've seen attacks on mosques, attacks on synagogues, these rising sort of hate crimes and terror issues, which I know from Manchester how important the fire service is to tackling that. People often don't realise the role that you play in those incidents, and we definitely need to take that nationwide. So really keen to work with you on that.
Excellent. Well, I think you've covered many things for us, and look, thank you for your time, for coming and visiting us. We'll welcome you back, hopefully when you're deputy leader, and further those discussions around the fire service, making sure we've got the right investment, right funding to protect the communities that firefighters want to do on a day-to-day basis, 365 days a year. So thank you to Lucy for joining us at our new head office, and good luck with the rest of the election.
Thank you so much, Steve. Thank you. Thanks, everybody.